the big breaking news for Delhiite schools and colleges, coaching institutes can reopen. Also, the Delhi government has decided this during a meeting today of the Delhi Disaster Management Authority. Let's go across to Akshay for more. And Akshay, the other news I'm very happy with is that single, drivers in cars no longer will have to wear masks.
Well, exactly, and these are the certain decisions that have been taken by the Delhi government in this particular meeting of Delhi Disaster Management Authority, which was chaired by the Lieutenant Governor. The decisions that have been taken include the schools to be reopened. Now, this will be done in a phased manner. So, the classes for 9 to 12 standards will be reopened from 7th of February. However, the teachers who are not vaccinated will not be allowed to teach in the schools. Now, this is in line with the COVID-appropriate behavior, the COVID protocols that have been laid down by the government. As far as the private offices are concerned, they are allowed to reopen. They're allowed to function with 100% attendance. And the big news that is also coming in, that was also a bone of contention, that was the use of mask in a car. So the single drivers, the drivers who did not have any passengers in their car, they were also supposed to wear a mask. Otherwise, they were challaned by the Delhi government, the authorities here in the national capital. But now that has also been waived off. So the Delhi Disaster Management Authority has, in fact, given an exemption to the single drivers in cars. Now, that is also being done because a lot of questions were being raised on this particular matter, that what exactly is the scientific rationale behind enforcing masks for those who are driving alone in their cars. So, yes, these are certain decisions that have been taken up. As far as the other decision that is also major is the reopening of gyms, because the gym owners have been saying that they have been impacted throughout the COVID these 2 years when COVID waves have been coming into the national capital. So Delhi has seen, in fact, 4 to 5 waves of COVID-19 in which the gyms were the first one to be shut down and the last to be reopened. So their businesses were suffering. So that has been done by the Delhi government as well, giving an exemption to the gyms, reopening of the classes for 9 to 12 standards, and in a phased manner, further classes will be reopened since the number of COVID-19 cases have been constantly going down. Now, the COVID positivity rate in the national capital in the last 24 hours was below 5%. The number of cases were around 3,000. That was even lower day before yesterday. So, yes, one thing we can say for sure is that the number of COVID cases are coming down and the situation is coming under control. However, still people will have to be vigilant as far as the COVID-appropriate behavior is concerned. And while there have been certain exemptions that have been given by the government, all the other, there are certain restrictions that are still in place, including the night curfew, which will now be reduced by 1 hour and will stay in place from 11 p.m. every night to 5 a.m. in the morning the next day.
All right, so a lot of big decisions. Parents very happy that schools are reopening, as this is something, they'd been really petitioning for, and even the Delhi government was in favor of reopening schools. And Akshay, as you know, we've been doing all these shows, speaking to all these experts. So great decision there on the reopening of schools, and we will get reactions from parents. This night curfew, it's reduced by just an hour from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. You could give us more details on that.
So night curfew was also on the agenda as far as the DDMA meeting is concerned, because as the number of COVID cases are coming down, as restrictions are being eased up, so there was a question that whether the night curfew still remaining in place is logical, because for restaurants, for a lot of other businesses, the main timing, the peak timing is usually after 10 p.m. So while the timing has been relaxed a bit by 1 hour, it still remains in place. So all the non-essential work cannot resume after 11 p.m. every night. So that remains in place. And in the next DDMA meeting, it seems that there will be more relaxations on that front as well.
All right, so big relief now for Delhiite schools reopening. Night curfew has been reduced. It starts from 11 p.m. and also drivers in cars, if you're by yourself, you no longer have to be masked. You will not be fined 2,000 rupees. So good news coming in there. Offices can also now function at 100% capacity. Well, let's just bring you the latest COVID numbers that were released by the Health Ministry today. In India, reported 1.49 lakh new COVID cases. That's 13% lower than the previous day. Let's go across to where the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia, is speaking.
जो अभी 10 बजे तक अलाउड थे, लेकिन उनको 10 बजे के बाद कर्फ्यू के चक्कर में जल्दी बंद करा दिया जाता था, पुलिस भी उनको जल्दी बंद करा देती थी। तो अब ये निर्णय लिया गया है कि सभी रेस्टोरेंट्स 11 बजे तक खुलने अलाउड होंगे। 11 बजे से नाइट कर्फ्यू होगा, लेकिन 11 बजे से पहले किसी रेस्टोरेंट को फोर्सफुली बंद नहीं किया जाएगा। 11 बजे तक सभी रेस्टोरेंट्स संचालित हो सकेंगे। तीसरा एक निर्णय ये लिया है कि सभी ऑफिसेज अब 100% अलाउड होंगे। अभी तक 50% की कैपेसिटी में अलाउ किया गया था, अब सभी गवर्नमेंट और प्राइवेट ऑफिसेज 100% कैपेसिटी के साथ फंक्शन कर सकेंगे। जिम, स्पा और स्विमिंग पूल ये भी अब खोलने अलाउ होंगे मंडे से। तो जो जिम संचालकों की मांग थी, स्पा वालों की और स्विमिंग पूल वालों की मांग थी, और खासतौर से जो बच्चे कंपटीशन की तैयारी कर रहे हैं स्विमिंग वगैरह के लिए, उनके लिए बड़ी मुसीबत थी। तो अगले मंडे से 7 तारीख से जिम, स्पा और स्विमिंग पूल भी खोल दिए जाएंगे, अलाउड हो जाएंगे। साथ साथ जो एग्जीबिशन लगती हैं, B2B एग्जीबिशन लगती हैं, बिजनेस टू बिजनेस एग्जीबिशन लगती हैं, तो एग्जीबिशन आयोजित करना भी अब अलाउड होगा। तो इस तरह से ये महत्वपूर्ण फैसले इसलिए लिए गए ताकि कोविड केस अब धीरे धीरे जैसे कम हो रहे हैं तो जिंदगी पटरी पे लौटे, लोगों का व्यापार भी आगे बढ़े और पढ़ाई भी आगे बढ़े। लेकिन इसमें सबसे महत्वपूर्ण चीजें हैं कि स्कूल खुल जाएंगे, 7 तारीख से स्कूल खुलने शुरू हो जाएंगे। 9वीं से 12वीं तक के स्कूल 7 से खुल जाएंगे, और नर्सरी से 8वीं के स्कूल 14 फरवरी से खुल जाएंगे। स्कूल में अभी हाइब्रिड क्लासेस ही रहेंगी, ऑनलाइन क्लास भी चलेगी और ऑफलाइन भी चलेगी, लेकिन कॉलेजेस मंडे से खुल जाएंगे और फिर अब उनको ऑफलाइन क्लासेस डिस्करेज करने के लिए कहा जाएगा। ऑनलाइन क्लासेस वो केवल ऑफलाइन क्लासेस करें। स्किल, पॉलिटेक्निक, ITI वगैरह सब खुल जाएंगे, कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट सब खोल दी जाएंगी। ये आपके सामने। थैंक यू।